In this video, we are going to be looking at indifference curve. Indifference curve measures utility by ranking or ordinarily. When we talked about indifference curve, we are looking at a curve that shows different combinations of two commodities, say X and Y. And these different combinations of commodity X and Y give the same level of satisfaction, but we cannot really understand indifference curve if we don't go if we don't look at our indifference schedule or table first. Now let's quickly look at what we have here. As I have said, that indifference curve talks about different combination of two commodity X and Y that gives the same level of satisfaction. And we are looking at indifference table now, because when you understand indifference table, then you can quickly understand indifference curve. Look at the indifference table I have here. I have 6 combinations here, X and Y. I have a combination whereby I consume one commodity X and 18 commodity Y. And I have another combination where I consume two commodity X and 13 of commodity Y. Then I have another combination where I consume 3 of commodity X and 9 of commodity Y. Then I have a combination where I consume 4 of commodity X and 6 of commodity Y. If you look at all these combinations now, now you can see that we have 6 combinations. And what we are trying to say is that all of these combinations give the same level of satisfaction. It means that the satisfaction I'm going to get from the first combination where I have 1X and 18Y, it is also the same satisfaction I'm going to get if I consume 2 of commodity X and 13 of commodity Y. Then it's also the same satisfaction I'm going to get if I consume 3 of commodity X and 9 of commodity Y. It means that I'm going to be indifferent among these combinations. What am I talking about? It means that I cannot prefer one combination to other. That is, it means that indifference tables show us different level of combination of X and Y, whereby a consumer cannot prefer one combination to other because they have the same satisfaction. That is why we call it iso-utility. That is why we call it iso-utility, because there is only one level of satisfaction for all of the combinations. That is exactly what this indifference table is talking about. Indifference table is a table that shows different combinations of commodity X and Y that gives the same level of satisfaction, and by that, consumer cannot prefer one combination to other. That is why I say that indifference table is a table whereby consumer is indifferent to the combination. Consumer is indifferent to the combinations. Now, since we've understood the indifference table now, let's now go to indifference curve. Now, when you plot the data you have here, when you plot it here, that is when you're going to have indifference curve. And you cannot have indifference curve until you have a line that join all the points together. What am I talking about? Look at the combination 1. When I consume 18 of Y, this is my Y, and Y has this, and this is my X. So when I consume combination, I consume 1 of X, then what is my Y? I consume 18. This is the point here. I can say A. Now, when I still want to maintain the same level of satisfaction, I consume 2 of X, then I reduce my Y to 13. So I have 2 of X and 13 of Y. I can say this is B. Then the same thing, when I want to increase the level of X, then I must reduce the level of Y. So I have 39. Then when I consume 3 of X, I can say C. I consume 9 of Y. The same thing I have for the 4 and 6, which is D. I have for this E. Then I have it for this. So I can't call this, this graph now is from indifference table. Then when I use a line, when I use a line to join all the points together, that line that I use to join them together, that line is called indifference curve. It's called indifference curve. This is my indifference curve. So indifference curve is a curve that shows all combinations of two different commodities that give the same level of satisfaction. So this is iso-utility curve also. It's indifference curve and also iso-utility curve. That is what we talked about in indifference curve. But let me quickly shift this to you. Sometimes you might have indifference map. When you have indifference map, that will be a situation whereby there are multiple curves, on a graph, like you have another, if I have another one here now, then I say this is indifference curve 1, indifference curve 2, I have another one, indifference curve 3. So I don't call this indifference curve now, I call it indifference map, where you have more than one indifference curve on a graph. So it becomes indifference map. And the one that is farthest to the origin, like this is the farthest to the origin, this is the origin, this is the farthest to the origin. Any curve, any indifference curve that is farthest to the origin gives higher satisfaction, and the one that is closer to the origin gives lesser satisfaction. Please subscribe and get more of our videos. Thank you.